Sicairos, and I work at a Skechers store. The store that I work for right now recently went into like a closed corporate investigation because of our shrinkage, I guess you could say. So basically the purpose of this presentation is going to be for employee evaluations and how we could make a better workforce for the company. So the reason I did employee evaluations is because since I've been working there, I've been noticing a lot of employees that are in a way counterproductive. They're not efficient, and they're just going about their day like I know it's just a job, but they're there to serve a purpose, and we're trying to align their goals with those of the company. So like I said, we recently went into a closed corporate investigation because we had an audit I want to say a couple months ago, and it turned out that we were missing about 300 units of merchandise. That's about close, depending on like the price range, it's close to $1,000 to $1,200. But we can't, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's still for a month worth of a month period, there's still a lot of merchandise that went missing. And the reason that it's not all that it went missing, it's just that everything that when employees decide to like not check the merchandise they're selling, there's let's say 2 different shoes in there, that counts towards us in a negative way. If there's a shoe that can't be found, let's say it was sent out prior to it being processed, that one counts against us too as well. And then this is it's a big issue for us because if the employees aren't checked, the employees are the ones that are supposed to check everything that they're selling. They're supposed to check let's say the shoe boxes to make sure that everything's in there, lefts and rights, same size, same style, and all that. And then if they're not doing that, then we don't know what we're messing up on. We also had some problems with management. Their paperwork wasn't what it was supposed to be. There was stuff missing. There was logs missing. So that's why we're being investigated, because there's no proof of what happened to that extent. So I was recently talking to my store manager, and she was saying that she was talking to me about that and how basically this is just a job for us, but it's her career, it's her livelihood. So it might not be important to us, but to her that's all she has for now, until like if she wants to move on. But for now, that's all she has. And then she kind of like asked me like, what can we do as a company to fix this problem? And that's when I suggested employee evaluations. And then with the evaluations, we wouldn't need to bring an outside company in. We would use the same evaluations that we used before, but they would be serving a different purpose this time. It wouldn't be to, let's say, a promotion or like a pay increase. This time it would be to, I guess, a performance evaluation. If you're not doing well with the company, you would probably, the worst case scenario, you will get terminated. And then at the same time, we'll try to look for talent from outside the company to like bring in, and then within the company to promote up to management. And then, like I said, the evaluations will be performed by the managers, and they would really hold an unbiased opinion, because this time they've been working with employees for months, so they know who's doing their work. They know who's just there to, I guess, get a paycheck and just getting by the day. So every employee, I don't think it will be an issue terminating employees, because they're kind of hired like as a seasonal basis, and then they move up from there. And no matter what time of the year it was, they're all hired as seasonal. And then so I think that kind of gives us like a little leeway to go about that if it comes to the extent that we have to terminate someone, because we wouldn't have to get like HR involved. We wouldn't have any issues because they know it's a seasonal position. So termination is bound to happen at any point, if it does happen. And then the budget for this for this whole project, it wouldn't really, like I said, we wouldn't have to bring an outside company in. it would mostly be expenses for the salaries, the manager's salaries, the assistant's salaries, and then all the employees at the time of the evaluations. Roughly, it would be about $3,000 just to get the evaluations going for, let's say, 30 minutes to an hour of the employee's time, and the managers and all that. That would be their salary for that 1 hour. These evaluations would only be conducted by managers, since they're the only ones that can really like make a decision on what can happen, if the employee could be terminated or not. The first assistant could also like have a role in this, because he also influences the manager's decision to not, and then he's the one that works closer with the employees than the store manager. And then with the evaluations, like I said, it would be unbiased, so the employees wouldn't really like get a hint of what we're doing, because either way they need to get an evaluation every 6 months to a year, so that they could just say it's their 6-month evaluation, or if they've been with the company longer, that they're conducting them because of the recent mishap that we had with all the missing merchandise. And then it's kind of like it would be kind of like with the package of the audits, and then the evaluations would be kind of thrown in there, because now we're getting audited every twice a month. So within that, they could just say that they decided to start doing employee evaluations, and then it wouldn't be that much of a hint, I guess, to say that what's going on. We would have to go careful about this, because I mean, if you do, let's say, fire someone or terminate someone, we would have to see how it affects all the other employees. Because if you start just let's say terminating people, all the other employees might just want to say, well, like they're going to terminate me too, so there's no purpose on like doing the work. So with that, we have to be careful to not try to give that atmosphere in the company that's why all this is happening. So that's why we have to be very careful about this. And then in order to start doing all the evaluations, we would need approval from the district manager and the regional manager, which is my boss's boss and then their boss. They're the only two that can really approve this. But upon approval, this will be taken on by, like I said, the store manager, her first and second assistant, and some of her, if she wants to, she could bring in some of her floor supervisors. But besides that, we wouldn't really need any more equipment or anything else, like I said. So besides the employee evaluations, there's not much we can do as a company to try to change in order to change for the better. We would have to do something like drastic like that, because it's not a good image on us if we come up missing with that many units, because every week we receive about anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 units, and if we're just losing, let's say, anywhere from 100 to 300 every time, and we're trying to be a 3 million company by the end of the year, it's not going to work out if we keep on getting audited. And then and then recently, like with the audits, we also became part of a watch list, basically, of the stores that need to be closely watched because of their shrink rate. So now employees are being investigated, because we don't know where this is happening. Like, they could be stealing the merchandise, they could just be giving it away, giving I guess extra discounts to the point where they're like $20, for, let's say, 3 pairs of shoes or something. And like we've had an incident where that's happened before. So like I said, employee evaluations would be a big thing to be able to change the way the company is going. Any questions?
No.
Thank you.